taking a look at Apple, Big Mama, the one to rule them all. Let's go. So we're taking a look at Apple on the monthly time frame, zoomed out just about 5 years, so you can see big picture context on what has been taking place. And right away, you can clearly see not only is Apple in an uptrend, but we have two very distinct angles of ascent on Apple. We have price discovery to the upside in this channel. We have a very wide range period of consolidation, just at about here. And now we have a breakout to the upside. And the ascent of this breakout to the upside has been fast, furious, ferocious, and oh my goodness, squeamish for anyone dare short Apple on a long-term basis. Now, that being said, when we see the angle of ascent getting to these types of stages, that can possibly signal in the short term opportunities, asymmetric risk to reward opportunities for on the short side. However, even in the midst of this bullish price action, Apple has been, its ranges have been contracting. So we have coming up to possibly a flat top breakout for more potential upside, which at this point may seem ludicrous or may seem insane, but in the current market conditions which we are experiencing, it is the most favorable market conditions in terms of not only bullish sentiment, bullish price action, aggressive bids coming in at key levels right where they need to. It seems like a fairy tale in terms of Apple being a market leader, having names like Microsoft and Amazon and Google and Facebook and Netflix all hitting all-time highs or at the top of their ranges with the S&P, with the Nasdaq, with the Dow, creates an incredible environment for bullish continuation. That being said, opportunities to short do start at highs and end at lows. And so seeing that we are approaching an intermediate high on Apple here at 327, one possibly could take a stab short at it at 327.85. However, given the fact that after we first hit this 327.85, we had a bit of a reaction back down to just about 300, and this was part of a wider market sell-off that brought it down here. And then we snapped back almost in a V formation to the top of the range, making a high at about 325, which was a lower high. Had a very orderly pullback into just about 315. Again, this gap down being completely bought up immediately on the open. And then all we've done is grind higher to once again eclipse this this lower high here at 325. We made a new high in the intermediate range at around 327. And so we're literally within touching distance of that 327.85 once more. So provided that the market does hold up, I would look for any weakness in Apple, possibly into this 321 area to possibly go long, looking for a retest, a very quick retest of that 327 and a break and hold to the upside in Apple. However, if on a wider market sell-off, Apple begins to get affected, for example, because of the ongoing coronavirus and the disruption to the global supply chain of which Apple is very dependent for the manufacture of its hardware and some of its ancillary service in China. then possibly we could see a re-evaluation of Apple all the way down, possibly in the short term, breaking this 315 level and aiming once more for this slight gap fill here at around 303 and another one around 293 on Apple. So keep it simple, smarty. If we do not break and close above this 327 on the weekly, I would look to begin selling calls aggressively on Apple, not anticipating that the world is going to end and is going to fall out of bed, but just that it can begin to build value within this range at around 328 to 300 and continue to bounce around there for quite some time, and so making money on the short call spreads that I would put on probably about a month and a half out. That would probably give it time to develop some and attract both buyers and sellers, have some more value built out in this range, and then possibly at that point a retest of highs or a break beneath support here at around 301, 302 as we previously mentioned, moving into this 292 level, at which if I were to get that 292, I would probably be definitely at that point considering selling some put spreads down here at this 275 level, 1 or 2 months out on Apple. Keep it simple, smarty. Be safe out there today, guys.